How's it going, guys? My name is Lombarrel and welcome to a new episode of How to Be a Better CsGo Player. A lot of you guys have requested me to talk about this topic and I feel like I can give you guys some quality insight. Let's not waste any more time and get right into the video. This is How to Be a Better AWPer. There's a lot that goes into being a good AWPer, but before we get into the technical stuff, you must make sure you have a reliable AWP skin which will raise your skill by at least 200%. Think of it like adding a spoiler to a Civic. Easy 100 horsepower right there. If you look at any professional AWPer, they all have that one AWP skin which has become the symbol of their success. Now it's your turn to make an AWP that will guide you through your journey. Step 1 is to find yourself a skin that best represents you. If you're happy and positive, then the Asimov may suit you the best. If you're dark and mysterious, then the Hyper Beast may be your thing. Your AWP skin must preferably be expensive and bright, as those usually get the most amount of attention. If you can't afford one, just ask to use your mom's credit card and say you need to buy art supplies for a school project. If you're buying an expensive skin just isn't an option for you, a cheap skin will do. You can try to get the stat track version to make it seem more prestigious. Once you got your AWP, it's time to add some decals. Go ahead and get yourself some cheap autograph stickers from your favorite AWPers. I happen to have a few lying around, so I put them on, generously. Last but not least, go ahead and buy a name tag to make sure you give your AWP the most obnoxious name possible. And that's it. Now that you have the most ricer AWP possible, it's time to learn how to use it to the best of your abilities. It is needless to say that good AWPers have fast reactions. It is crucial that you pull the trigger before your enemy, and that's what makes all the difference. First things first, head on over to humanbenchmark.com and take the reaction time test. I will provide a link in the description. Try to do at least 10 tries to get the most even score. If your average was around 200 to 250 milliseconds, then you should be good to go. To those of you who are less fortunate, you must practice to try and improve your time. Reaction time is usually always genetic and it's very hard to train it to lower it, but I believe with high concentration and a will to improve, it is possible. Keep doing the test over and over again, and with each try, really concentrate on making the next click. Allow your brain and your body to prepare for the color switch. A great way to utilize this test is to pretend that you're AWPing and the color change is the enemy peeking you. If you do this enough, soon it will become very natural to your body to play this game. The next step is to bring it to CsGo. In the description, I will provide you with a workshop map called Training Aim CsGo 2. Once you're in the map, go ahead and select Reflex Training and set your duration to the average time that you acquired from the reaction time test. For example, if your average was 250 milliseconds, then you would set it at 0.25. After you set up the board, go over to the weapons and select the AWP. Pick a level and simply hit the start button and get ready to shoot. Similarly to the test, you must shoot when the red dot turns blue. Using the same techniques you used in the test, practice until you're consistent. Work towards lowering the duration. Even getting your reaction time by 20 milliseconds is good progress. Don't forget that your health has a lot to do with how you perform. I may sound cheesy, but good nutrition and enough sleep is key to having a good reaction time. If you feel like that your reactions are particularly slow during a game, stimulate your senses by doing a set of push-ups, for example. Lastly, caffeine is also a great way to increase your reaction time. Having an energy drink before you play could greatly boost your performance. Okay, so your reactions are in tip-top shape, but what use can it have if you can't even hit your target? As Scream would say, aim, it is about precision. Precision is achieved with hours and hours of practice. It is something that with time becomes almost natural. DMing is, in my opinion, the best way to practice your AWP. Go ahead and open browse community servers and simply search for FFA. Find a server with the best ping and high population, and once you're in, select the AWP as your weapon. I would suggest starting off slow. Take your time with each shot, don't aimlessly run around, try to hold down positions by holding tight angles while always being aware of your surroundings. As you get more and more comfortable, start to loosen up your playstyle. Venture out and practice your quick scopes. Really focus on your movement. If it looks like you're missing easy shots, it could be that you're just moving while shooting. Make sure to keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to go for the occasional no-scope. Believe it or not, no-scopes are a big part of the game. Knowing where to position your aim to perform a no-scope is all part of being a good AWPer. This brings me to flick shots. Flicking is one of the most complex ways to use the AWP because it's not as simple as point and click. Flick shots use a combination of your muscle memory and your reactions to make the kill. Your brain and body must know exactly how fast to flick your wrist and where exactly to make the click in order to hit the target. In order to be consistent with flicking, you must start with your settings. In CsGo, open your keyboard and mouse settings and make sure that raw input is on and mouse acceleration is off. Next, I want you to bring your attention to zoom sensitivity. This setting controls what percentage of your mouse sensitivity will be used while you're scoped in. For example, if you set your zoom sensitivity 0.5, Then while zoomed in with a sniper rifle, your sensitivity will be 50% that of your regular mouse sensitivity. I personally found that 0.7 works best for me. I highly encourage you guys to play around with the setting and see what works best for you. Now that you set up your settings, I want you to load up the Training Aim CsGo 2 map. You'll want to select the classic training setting, change the target size to 24R, put the delay to 2 seconds and the static target duration to 1 second. Go ahead and select the AWP and put yourself on the 4th level. Once you start the exercise, start flicking to the target to the best of your abilities. Always focus on your shot timings. The key to flick shots is knowing exactly when to make the click. If you find yourself clicking too early, that means you're not ready for the shot. Try to stay conscious of everything that goes into making a flick shot and make adjustments accordingly. Keep practicing until you're very consistent. To raise the difficulty, you can change the target size to 16R or lower. Also, changing your level to 3 or 2 will allow you to make much bigger flicks if that's something you'd like to practice. To pick up the pace, you may change the static target duration to something faster. That way, you're going to have to react a lot quicker to hit the target. You'll know you're ready once every shot becomes subconscious. If you have to stop and make split-second decisions before each shot, then you'd already be dead. The point of this exercise is to train your muscle memory so your wrist can do all the work without making your brain worry about making unnecessary calculations. Incorporate this exercise and deathmatching into your training routine and I guarantee you your AWP skills will be unstoppable. No good AWPer is successful without good positioning. Knowing how to position yourself while AWPing is key to becoming a better AWPer. It is very hard to kill an AWPer that knows how to use their position, and it all begins with angles. Holding angles is one of the most effective ways to use an AWP. When holding an angle, you must position yourself so that you see the enemy before they're able to see you. Never position yourself close to the corner. You want to stay as far as possible from the corner to eliminate the chance of showing your shoulder. Additionally, staying close to the corner will reveal your long barrel. Stay conscious of that. Never put yourself in positions that could potentially leave you in a chokehold. Always hold angles that allow you to make quick escapes should you miss your initial shot. For example, playing the ledge on short A on Dust 2 will allow you to quickly jump off in case you get overrun, whereas playing deeper on cats such as the stairs will put you in a disadvantage if the enemy double peeks you. Your crosshair positioning is also very important when holding an angle. Most players tend to leave a gap between the edge of the wall and their crosshair. By the time their brain registers the information, the enemy player would have already crossed into the crosshair and all the AWPer would have to do is make the click. While this method is very effective, it is easily countered by a simple shoulder peek. To counter the shoulder peek, consider positioning your crosshair as close to the edge of the wall as possible. This will allow you to react a lot faster since you're already prepared to take the shot. The downside to this technique is that if the enemy runs out, you'll be forced to make the flick in order to kill them. But if you practice this enough, reacting to those shots will become a lot easier and your consistency will improve. Part of being a good AWPer is knowing how to stay unpredictable to your enemy. Always switch up your position throughout the game so your enemy won't know where to expect you. For example, if you played A 2 rounds in a row, why not go mid and surprise them? Then the round after that, go play B for a couple of rounds. The key is not to make a pattern in your plays. To avoid developing a pattern, change up the pace in your plays. Switch between making aggressive peeks to holding more passive angles. For example, if you consistently made aggressive peeks into a main, consider playing from truck next round. If your enemy doesn't know where you are, they'll be guessing, and if they're guessing, they'll play scared, and playing scared is not how Counter-Strike is supposed to be played. One of the most valuable traits of a good AWPer is having patience. How many times have you seen yourself whiff easy shots because you simply didn't take your time? Or how many times did you get killed because you simply didn't wait those 2 more seconds? Learning to train your patience is important if you want to succeed in becoming a better AWPer. Best way to start is to realize that you don't always have to shoot as soon as you react. Sometimes you'll have enough time to think about what is the best way to execute a shot. If you see a jumping enemy, stay patient and make the shot after they land. Or make the effort to adjust your crosshair onto the body while it's still in the air. Same goes for shoulder peeks. Don't shoot as soon as you see the shoulder. Be patient and shoot when more of the body is revealed. If you're holding an angle and you're starting to get impatient, fight it, and focus on holding it for a few more seconds. These are just some of the few things to be aware of as an AWPer. Focus on training your patience and you'll find yourself playing with a lot more skill than you've previously had. That is all from me, guys. I hope I was able to provide you with some quality tips that will help you in developing your AWP skills. If you could be kind enough to click the share button and like this video, I would really appreciate that. Before you go, please leave a comment saying what topic you want me to talk about next. As always, thank you guys for watching. My name is Ben Lamberl, and remember, be water, my friends.